Grids. I'll be doing a little video on how I set up perspective grids. So what I first want to do is set up a little square. It can be any canvas you want to work on. I just set a 5x5 just to keep it even. So what I did ahead of time is, I'll show you, is I pulled out these rulers from the side. You can just drag and drop and put them anywhere. In equal and even sections. So I have these little squares evenly apart from each other, and those will be my guidelines to where I'm going to pull out my perspective guidelines. There's several ways of doing this. This is the easiest, probably the simplest way. It may not look the best, I think, in the end, but it works. So I'm going to come over here to my shape tool, select polygon sides. I want 99. Okay, it's already there. Select on this little arrow down and star. So star, if I unselect it, if it's unselected, I try to make it, it's going to make a big circle. So we don't want that. We want star. 99. Let's see what happens to 50. I don't know, I haven't done this before. Ooh, yeah, it's not good. Okay, so I see. We want it 99% all the way to the middle. I think that's what it's saying. Yeah, okay. I actually haven't played around with that. I just did what the other tutorials did. What if I do 100%? Oh, nothing. Okay, well I had to do 99, so that's cool. It's good to experiment. That's the best way to learn. So over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my mouse right into the middle of one of these grids. I'm going to select it, click, drag, and I'm holding shift. If I let go of shift, you'll see it moves over. So I hold shift all the way till it snaps to that side, let go, enter. Very nice. That looks nice. Let's do another one. All the way to the middle. Click and drag. All the way till it snaps to the side. Nice. And let's do another one from the bottom. So now if I pull it down from the top, that will look like I am on the street level looking up, up towards the building. It's small at the top and big where I'm at. Depends on where you want. So I'm going to drag all the way to the bottom and it snaps. Very nice. Enter. Very cool. Now, 5x5 canvas, I'm probably doing a little practice thumbnail. Not an amazing piece of art, not much detail. But if I do want to put some more detail, there's a few extra steps we want to do to add a little bit more lines here. So the first one, actually let's go ahead and rasterize all of these so they're actual objects and we can start moving them around. It just changes them literally to pixels on the canvas rather than just representing pixels. This would be my X, and then I'm going to clone this. Now it would be one thing to start another shape over here, and that would be fine, and I could rotate it to get right in the middle, and that would be okay. The problem with that, though, it may not start directly exactly in the middle where I started the original first one. So let's not do that. Let's go and grab this one. I'm going to clone it. It's going to start exactly where it was. I'm going to transform, so Control T. Let's get these other ones out of the way. Those out of the way so I can only see the X. So I'm manipulating the copy, T, Control T, rotate till it's right in the middle. So those perspective lines that are coming out from the left, pretty much doubling how much detail I can fit. Press enter. It's going to finalize that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other ones. So let's go ahead and merge those down so they're out of the way. Control E, they're merged, and they get out of the way. Let's look at the Y. Okay, and let's go ahead and duplicate that one. Let's go ahead and Control T. Now the center is over here. Move that. See how I moved that with the arrows right there? That's more in the middle. You'll see those lines kind of get off the center. That's good. The devil's in the details. I swear, you can spend so much time on those details. In the end, not going to really matter. Cool. It's going to finalize that, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to merge that down. Awesome. Get that out of the way. So now I have two. I have a lot more detail. So this will be Z. Z. There we go. And I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to transform the duplicated one, and remember the center is up here. I'm going to grab down here, make sure this mouse changes to that rotation left or right arrow. Move it over just a little bit, 5 degrees probably, right there. Doesn't look just right. Right there. Cool. Finalize that one. We're going to again merge that down. Alright, wow, look at that. We got a lot of good stuff. Now, as we all know, I don't know about you, but when I get to work, I probably make too many layers, and it gets a little confusing, gets a little crazy. Now, obviously, these should be at the very top of all of your work, but let's put them in a group. Drag and drop. There you go. Alright, and then I'm going to change the opacity. It seems like I like to put mine around 30%. Works really well. Now here's one thing. The Z. Remember we talked about being on street level. Let's say if you want to be an aerial view. Let's say if you want to be in the sky. You want to change it. You're looking down onto a city or down onto a street or down onto some kind of structure. Now remember that Z started up here. There it is, that's the center. There's the square, so let's go ahead. Change that, there's the middle. Let's go sunset. All the way down. Yeah, right there. Alright, so now the top portion of your buildings are going to be taller. So you'll be off ground level and you'll be up a little bit. And there's a threshold, you know, as you can go down a little bit further until the very edge of the star disappears, and that distortion will not be as dramatic. If it's just straight up and down, if there's no third point perspective, there's no reason to have this Z. Just get out of your way and you're straight up and down. But if you do want to add a little bit of a touch, add that third point, and you can move that around really anywhere. But make sure that it's not off to the side, because then you're getting another y-axis over here. It's going to be distorting things over, so you do want to keep it right in the middle, right there. That would be pretty dramatic. Everything's being distorted downward, other way around. Everything's being stretched and distorted upward. So it depends on where you're at in that scene. So I hope that helps. I'm looking forward to practicing with these and seeing how they help me. I'll talk to you guys later.